Hey, what's up? This is Jason Drone. Welcome to today's GSD Daily. This is episode 60. We are going to talk about going through basically, we're going to be optimizing Facebook campaigns, or one Facebook campaign in particular. So, what today's kind of to do, what we're going to be up to is we're optimizing a dynamic creative campaign inside Facebook, a couple different videos, image, some different text and headlines, and we're going to go through and figure out how that basically we're just going to kind of figure out what's bringing in conversions, and then we're going to talk to that a little bit. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jason Drone. I am the creator of doneforyou.com. We specialize in three things: building and creating offers, creating sales systems and sales funnels, and then also the marketing automation that drives it all. So today is a kind of a piece of marketing automation in that you need traffic in order to turn the people who are coming to your website, or you need traffic in order to sell anything. So you can't have a website up and try to sell something and not get traffic, because at the end of the day, you know a person is on the other side of the screen. That is who is pulling out a credit card and buying stuff from you. So you always need to keep that in mind when you're building sales funnels, when you're doing email marketing, when you're building anything online, is that it is going to be read, and it's going to be read by another human being. So you have to write for them. You have to sell to them. You have to market to them. So it's kind of the idea. Now, right now, let's see. So the first is this today's episode is kind of brought to you by this blog post. So this is a blog post that was written quite a while ago, called, it was Optimize Facebook Ads on the Fly using their data. So it got me thinking about this topic for today's show. I was going back through some old stats and stuff. And basically, the beautiful thing about Facebook, and the thing that a lot of people don't necessarily understand, is that you're using Facebook's data to optimize your campaigns. So you are all the 2,000 data points that Facebook is attracting, or Facebook is collecting on everybody, on you, on me, on everybody who has a Facebook account, all the places they go, all the websites they visit, everything. Facebook is making that data available to you as an advertiser to help you opt in, to help you build your audiences, to help you sell more, to help you market more effectively. Because by letting you use that data, and by allowing you to market more effectively, giving you the tools, then what it's doing is it's ensuring its future success, because you're never going to use a different ad platform other than Facebook if you're finding success on Facebook. So that's why they make the data available to you. And there's just so many different things that they collect that you can use as an advertiser. So you can, one of my favorite things to use in certain niches is life events. So somebody who is just got engaged, just got married, is having a baby. Those are different life events that all trigger certain things, certain like economic things that happen in the real world. So if somebody's having a baby, then chances are they're probably looking for a new house. If they end a marriage, they're selling one house and buying two. Like, there's all kinds of ways to interpret life events inside Facebook data. And when you think about how an advertiser, how or marketer can use, or how a business can use these life events, then it makes a lot more sense, from an advertising standpoint. So when you're optimizing Facebook ads, you want to, like on the fly at least, you want to start. So you don't want to start with a sales funnel. Basically the optimization, or the ads themselves, start with the audiences. They start with the people who make up those audiences. So the ads, the copy, the bells and whistles, all of that stuff is really important. Having the right images, having the right video, having the right text, and all that stuff. But you need to make sure you're targeting the right user, the right demographic, the right psychographic, the right type of person in order to get your ads, working really well. Most importantly, though, is you need to split test your campaigns. So you can test different audiences, you can test different images, different videos. There's actually a really cool way that Facebook made available not too long ago. Well, kind of a long time ago, but in ad speak, it was 6 months or a year ago. But it's called dynamic creative. And what dynamic creative is it allows you to split test different images and videos with different headlines and different text and different URLs. And then it does it all on the fly. So it does two things. Well, basically, it lets you set up an ad once and then it tests a bunch of different things for you. And then two, it also rotates things out so that as your ad is getting impressions, so it's going to show to the same person 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And as it shows, it switches up little elements of the ad. So it might switch up the image, it might switch up the text. But what it does is it gives a prospect a lot of different looks at your product and your business. And there's actually kind of this rule taken out of dating. So in this dating rule, like pickup artist kind of dating stuff, but like if you've ever done any work in the dating space, you're familiar with this. But basically, like in the dating space, there's this idea that if you meet someone and then you see them behind a bunch of different backgrounds, so like you're in front of like the bar, and then you're in front of the dance floor, and then you're in front of like the outside patio or whatever, then you feel, even though you might already know this, only know this person for like 20 minutes, you feel like you've known them for a really long time, because you've seen them in a lot of different contexts. So dynamic creative does the same thing with Facebook. I mean, basically you see the same person, the same type of ad, the same brand in a lot of different contexts really, really quickly. So it makes you feel like you know them better. Which is a really powerful thing that I don't know that a lot of people realize that that's happening. But one of the things we've done in testing dynamic creative, like I've gone in and just whacked all the non-performing images, but then in whacking all of the non-performing images, the conversion drops, which doesn't make sense. But it makes sense only under the pretext that they actually had to see 2 videos or 2 images or whatever in order to get the full effect of the thing, the ad. So they might see the ad and then tomorrow they come back and they see it, same type of ad, different text, same type of ad, different image. And then it was only after they saw the second thing that they actually converted. So it's a really kind of weird thing, to think about. And then like I've gone in and add some videos back in, and then all of a sudden conversions take off again. So it's not even, it's like they had to see the video first and then the image in the same campaign, or you can split it out in a retargeted campaign. So it gets all fucking weird, but like it's one of those like things you just got to think about, like from a buyer standpoint, what are they doing? You know what I mean? So you want to ensure you have some really nice tight automation. So somebody comes in, they sign up for a lead magnet, then they go through a sales funnel. And retargeting is not an option. I mean, we've talked a lot on this show about cold traffic and warm traffic. You need to make sure that you're bringing cold traffic into the mix, into your silo. So you have, your feeder campaigns, and they are coming down into your mix. And then once they are in your funnel, then they're seeing retargeted ads that, to that warm audience, which kick them out to be buyers or warm traffic. So that is, I mean, it's paramount to your success is cold and warm. You want to optimize your campaigns. So, and the optimization really is, if you're spending a bunch of money, I mean, if you're spending $100, $200 a day, you can optimize pretty quickly. I mean, you can go through and split test a lot of stuff pretty quick. $1,000, you can split test in an afternoon, because you have that much traffic that is hitting your site. However, if you're spending $10 a day, it's going to take a week and a half to find any sort of meaningful data from a split test. So that's one of the things is like we talked a little earlier in the week about optimizing through Visual Website Optimizer. So you want to make sure to have that statistical significance. You want to make sure that you have enough visitors who hit that page to actually give that that number merit. And usually it's like 95% significance is what you're looking for. But 99% is obviously, better. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick over into Facebook ad campaign. I'm going to walk you through. This is an ad campaign we've talked about before. So if we go in, we're going to look at this lead magnet conversion. Now, just to kind of refresh your brain a little bit. Here, let me throw off. So here we go. All right. So this campaign converts. So we're generating leads off of this campaign at about 55%. 52% to 55%. We've talked about this thing a couple times in a couple different contexts. The first was, we've gone through and actually looked at this campaign. We've done we've talked about some of the sales material behind this campaign. But what I want to talk about today is these dynamic ads. So how this campaign is structured. This is a cold traffic campaign. And then the cold traffic campaign is broken out into so I broke them out into 10-year age groups for male. And then for female, it's a 30-year age group. So it's 35 to 64. And then I've, tested quite a bit back and forth. So basically this, we have our this is 55 to 64, a desktop male. Then we have 45 to 54 US male, and then we have 35 to 64 female. And the ads are a little different. They have a little bit different language in them. But if what we do is we break down this campaign, so these are dynamic, the top two are dynamic ads. So what we're going to do is we're going to back out to the last 30 days. And we will see that, so this, all in all, we've got 964 leads through this campaign in the last 30 days. We've had 93 sales. So it's a little bit less than the 10% conversion on the front end offer. We've gotten quite a few leads, quite a few sales calls, like that kind of thing. But all in all, we've spent $5,552 on this thing. And we have generated about that on the front end sales. So if we look at, so there's the data. Now, if we go in here and we break this campaign down so we're going to break this down. Boom. All right. So we're going to go into this one. Then we're going to break down by dynamic creative assets. So there's lots of different ways that we can segment this campaign out. But basically we can break it down by delivery. So we can look at, the age, gender. This is all stuff that is super important. Like I look at this stuff quite often. So we have 35 to 44, 45 to 50, and then, so if there is some way that we can get these folks, so right now in this market, 45 to 54, we've gotten 26 sales from that segment. So it would make sense so if we continue scrolling over, let's see what so we have spent $700 in the 45 to 54 market. We've spent $700 to get, let's see, $700 to get 26 sales, which is awesome. Now look at the other part. So we've spent $638 in the 55 to 64 segment to get 6 sales. So that is not good. So obviously we need to disable 55 to 64 and 35 to 44. We can re-enable them with some different ads. Like we can try something different. But this one is a clear, obviously this one right here is a clear winner, and the other two are sucking. So they need to be disabled. So this is all part of optimization. Like, as you can see, I haven't optimized this campaign. I was like, we might as well do it live together on this. You know what I mean? So, all right. So that's for the age group. Now, let's see if we go down. So we can also look at impression device. So let's look at platform and device and see if there's any kind of takeaways here. There might be, there might not be. I don't know. So it looks like we have 8 conversions on Android Facebook, 5 on an iPhone, 4 on Android Instagram, and 14 on iPhone. Now let's go look at those numbers. Let's go look at the dollars. So we spent $234 to get 14 sales. So that might, I mean, like these ones where there's the outliers, we might be able to just, show different ads on different segments and then, scale from there. So this one, we've got an 8 sales on Facebook Android. Let's see what that number is. How much have we spent there? $600. So there might be something in there, that we can kind of exploit. I don't know. That might be a little bit granular. But it might not be. We might be able to like pull out. So the big thing I wanted to kind of get into in optimizing this, for the dynamic creative is if we're going to go here. Now let's look at dynamic creative image video. So so the dynamic creative, how it's set up is that you can put different images and different videos in, and then it rapid fires the different creative. So right now we have let's see. So in the last 30 days, I'm just going to go back to the last 14 days. All right. So in the last 14 days, we have had, so this is a video, image video. So this is the one that I was running for quite a while. And then if we look at just the sales, so this image is still pulling higher than anything else. We got 4 sales from this guy. So, which is pretty good, right? So 4 sales from this image, and then we got 3 sales from this video. 3 sales from this video, 2 sales from this video, 0 from this one, despite it having more results and more reach than most of the others. And then this one hasn't really been playing a whole lot. So it would be advantageous to pull probably this one out because we're at $9.51 per lead, and then pull this one and this one out because they haven't sent any sales at all. So it would make sense to pull these ones out. Now, if we look at, I don't know. So the website URL is the same regardless. The text, I think I did switch up the text a little bit. So the winners in the text were this one, expanded to 274 pages, this sales system master guide. So that had 6 sales as compared to 3, 2, 1, and 1. So we could pull out these bottom 2 and let the top ones just continue testing. And I think that was all I had. I don't think I tested any different headlines or anything. Oh no, I did. Headlines. Yeah. So this one with the little email icon thing has 4 sales. 3, 3, and 3. So there isn't necessarily like a clear winner there. So, and then you just continue refining the ad campaign. You know what I mean? So you just kind of keep breaking everything down until you have, oh, look at that. Don't get frozen out. So that one has 7 sales. So all the low performing stuff, pull it out in this dynamic creative ad, and then let it run a week and see how it is running in a week. Maybe we'll come back and actually show some optimization stuff after that. Any questions? You guys have any questions at all? We went through and optimized a campaign. Pretty fun stuff, right? So let's see. Does it work with images too? Yeah. So your dynamic creative campaign is going to work with images. You can. So one of the things we do with quite a few folks is like, especially the retargeted ad, we will upload the images. We'll upload 4 or 5 different images that we create on Canva. So Canva is a really nice photo editor or image editor. You can log into Canva. It's where I create all kinds of stuff. I create, even these GSD graphics are created in Canva. It's nice, template based. I mean, you can log in, you can search for a Facebook ad, and then it'll show you a bunch of Facebook ads that are pretty looking. So some of them are pretty, some of them are ugly. You don't want to go all pretty and all ugly. You kind of want to test a couple different things. You have to keep your target market in mind. If you're advertising to females, think of the female design aesthetic. If you're advertising to male, think of male design aesthetic. Keep consistent colors and stuff with branding. So that's really the important part. Um, but overall, you can do that dynamic creative ad. You can set it up with images. You can set it up with video. You can split test different headlines. The one thing that we have seen to work really well is to use emojis. So if you type in Facebook emojis, so here, any of these, I think this one is the one we normally use. Yeah. So these are copy and paste emojis. So basically, if you want to, paste in a smiley face, you just literally you highlight it, you hit copy, then you go and you paste it, and it'll paste it in to wherever you're going. So then that's how you set up the emojis for the ads. And you can see just in this creative, like this one right here, don't get frozen out. We got 7 sales from this. There was, this one, we got 1 sale, we got 4 sales from the phone. So there's not, and that's not just leads. I mean, we got 69 leads from this don't get frozen out. And of those 69 leads, seven of them turned into sales. So it's just all in how you set up your analytics and your KPIs, which we talked about KPIs yesterday. So yeah, if you have any questions at all, go to doneforyou.com/start, fill out the application, and then we'll jump on a call. Together we'll talk about your sales funnel, your traffic. We'll, design something out for you. And if there's anything else we can do, just let us know. All right. Thanks.